I'm here in the Profitap booth at Cisco Live 2023, and in this demo we're going to take a look at how we can analyze DNS traffic using the Profitap IOTA. So the first thing I'm going to do is from the IOTA overview screen, I'm going to come over to Navigate and I'm going to go to DNS Overview. Now the neat thing with the IOTA is I can go back in time. So if I had somebody complaining that, things seem slow during this time period, I can go back to that day. Now, right off the bat, we see a few things, and one is a graph of our DNS queries and how many of those were good, moderate, and slow. So the neat thing here is I can focus in on those times when those DNS queries were slow. I can also come down here and see what DNS servers are being used, and this is handy to see if people are using DNS servers that are not part of the ones I want to see used in my organization. I can see how many queries are sent to each one of those. I can also come over here and take a look at which queries are being sent the most. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to flows and I'm going to expand that. Now what the IOTA is doing is it is taking a look at the slowest DNS queries for this time period. And it is going to show us the flows that are associated with those DNS queries. Now that we see the flows, I can come down here and I can see which queries I've got going on. Now the one really interesting part here is the ability to see the number of flows that are associated with this query. So right here we see this query took 3 seconds to get a response, and there are 75 flows dependent on that query. So those 75 flows were affected by that particular DNS query. So what I'll do is I'll come in and I can download those packets, and if I want to take a look and see what was going on with that DNS query and what flows were impacted by that, I can now download just the DNS query and those flows and analyze that in Wireshark.